Forensic Golf. Hey folks, what I want to talk about today is when you're working on something in your golf swing. But do me a favor, first hit that subscribe button, bring a friend along. I really appreciate that. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you're working on in your swing and what kind of success you're having with it, or if you're not having any success at all with it. You know, tell Forensic Golf what your main issue is. Are you sticking to it? Because that's what I want to talk about today. There is a very, very pinpointed process when you're working on something in your game. Now, there's two kind of things you can work on. Probably more than two, but I like to break it down to two type of things you're working on. You're either working on flushing out a gross motor flaw that has affected your rotation, your pressure awareness, your vertical thrust, your torques and forces, or your hand path, okay? It can also be speed and conditioning. You can have a flaw in that. That's one thing that you're working on, something that is affecting one of those aspects of the swing. You know, I pinpointed the 5 pinpointed things that we can really improve with, okay? And then the second thing that you can work on in your golf swing is when you're just becoming more efficient. Like with me, I said, I just want to make sure I'm getting my hands a little bit farther away from me, my chest, at the top of my swing. I did not care if I was parallel or less than parallel, but I wanted to make sure my hands was just a little bit more extension, okay? So what I did, I implemented a couple of drills that I do at home, actually away from the golf course. And then the key, and this is critical, when you come out and hit balls, you have to hit balls focusing on that one aspect. Get your mind off of what's happening with the ball and be more in tune with the motion that you're working on, because what you're trying to do is improve motion. And so many times I see on the lesson tee, and I watch videos of other people giving instruction, and they're trying to correct the ball flight, and the ball flight is not the issue. The motion of the swing is the issue, which directly affects the ball flight. So I'll step in here, and I'm gonna hit about 5 or 6 balls, and the only thing I'm thinking about is making sure my hands are where I want them to be, a little bit further away. And the ball flight will actually take care of itself. That's the key, but the motion is the key. And you have to tape yourself. Then you have to go back and watch, and you have to draw lines and see where you were on week 1, where you were on week 3, whatever you're working with. If you're working on rotation, say your rotation was only getting here and the rest you was bending your arm. That's week 1. Now week 3, you're getting more rotation, which gives you more power. So whatever you're working on, you have to track your progress or lack of progress. So again, the only thing I'm thinking about is getting down arms a little bit farther away from me, a little bit higher. That's a golf shot right there. All right, again, I'm doing a drill away from the golf course that's really paying off. I can feel it. I can feel my extension. I can feel my hands are actually a little bit higher in the swing. And now let me tell you, it only takes a little bit to make a huge improvement. I'll videotape a client and they'll say, that feels so strange to me. And then when I show it to them on video, it's just a slight adjustment that made such of a big improvement. So again, I'm really thinking about the motion. I want my hands to be a little bit higher and farther away from me. Okay? And remember, the thing that you're going to lose first is your rhythm and tempo. That lets you know your body is adjusting to a new motion. So don't get upset. When you get that perfect balance, that perfect rhythm, tempo, and timing back, you know you actually own it. So again, I'm just feel I'm getting my hands a little bit higher. good ball right there. Hope you guys can hear that strike. That strike is major, you know. So again, I'll stand up here, then I'll put it up here. I'll push it up here. I'll feel it. Come back. I'll feel it. Then I start implementing into my game. I got my butterflies flying in formation, wholeness, stillness. Now we turn it into your actual golf swing. You have your goal number. That ball was spanked. So now I'm actually turning what I'm working on to be part of my everyday swing. I'm coming out of the prefrontal cortex and getting into the cerebellum. And then that's how you start taking these changes to the golf course. So nobody really tells you how you take your game from the range to the golf course. It's a very, very pinpointed method. Let's hit one more. All right. Again, butterflies are flying in formation. I'm gonna try to hit a cut shot with this one. Golf shot. Wow, that was pretty. Not bragging or nothing, but if I can hit my ball like that every time, man. So again, there's a pinpointed method to get your game to get from the range to the golf course. And remember, there's two things that you can work on: flushing out a flaw, and the other one is making a more efficient motion. Hey folks, keep grinding. That ball was spanked. I had one bad shot out of those 7-8 balls I hit, but I can take it to the golf course because I'm actually working on taking it to the golf course. I'm tracking my progress. I'm making sure I'm making gains each week. You know, I gave myself a 5-week window to implement this program, to implement what I'm working on. I'm in week 3 right now, going into week 4. And it's been a tremendous change in my ball striking, and your scores and your fun are going to tell you that you're on the right track. Take care, folks. Again, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below. I truly appreciate you. Signing out from Forensic Golf.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.